Hey, what's up? This is Dope Face, and you're watching the 416 interview.
Yo, fuck this. I ain't playing around with the fuck shit. I'm the man with the gal at the fuck.
So what made you start creating music in the first place?
Um, I don't know. I just love music. I love when I used to turn on the TV. I was exposed to music at like 7, like actual like rap music and shit. And I always wanted to rap since then. Like even if you read my old papers and shit from like grade 3 and shit. They said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Man, a little skinny ass fucking kid. I want to be a rapper. I'm sagging my pants. I'm only 8 years old. People are like, what the fuck happened to this kid? But I just love rap. I love rap. This like I fell in love with it the moment I heard it and shit. So yeah, this just the art form, the music and shit. That's why I made music, because I also wanted to express myself through the music in the genre that I love the most, you know?
So next question I want to ask you is, when did you start making music?
When did I start making music? Probably when I was like grade 9, but didn't really like record it anything around those times and shit. Only like after high school was when I started like actually recording shit, but I wasn't taking it seriously. I was just trying to figure out my style, figure out what I want to sound like. When I started, I sounded like Eminem. When I rap like Eminem, everybody want to rap like Eminem at that time. But yeah, then kind of like stopped for a few years, and then really like found myself, and then started developing my style and shit. Yeah, because why I stopped originally is just didn't have a sound, didn't have a style and shit, and I just sound like everybody else. And then one of my older friends told me, he's like, bro, you can't fucking be like somebody else. You can't. There can only be one them. Like you gotta be you.
How'd you get your name?
Dope Face. I used to sell a lot of weed back in high school and shit. So from selling weed and stuff like that, like anytime people would see me, they would want to buy weed, even if they was trying to cut down or not smoke and shit like that. Like I made people relapse if they was trying to do better decisions and shit. So anytime you see my face, you want to buy dope. So that's it, Dope Face. Also, Ghostface Killah was a huge influence. Like I loved Ghostface Killah from Wu-Tang Clan, and also the Ghostface Killah from Scream. You know, I'm a big horror movie fanatic, so my original name was a Dope Face Illa, and I shortened it down to Dope Face with a dollar sign.
You want to walk me through like the creative process of you making a song?
Yeah, we can do that. A lot of the time, like I have a weird process, to be honest. I get in the studio. My engineer, he lives upstairs, but yeah, we'll make a beat. We'll start off by making a beat. It's always we make a beat. Like I never like go off some shit that like somebody made for somebody else. They're like, you know what I mean? Like always making it fresh, you know, so we can get the best feeling and everything out of it, you know. And like some engineers, they probably get a little like my boy Dosey, he gets a little pissed when I fall asleep in the studio, but that's part of my process, man. Like I fall asleep for like 30 minutes, wake back up, I got like a hot 16 already going. Like when I wake back up, I don't know what it is, the chemicals in my brain just start fucking pumping when I wake up. And that's usually how I write all my verses still. Just in the studio, we make a beat. While that's being made, I take a little nap. And then I wake back up, song's pretty much done. You know what I mean? I write that shit in like, maybe it take me an hour, maybe 30 minutes to write that. You know, I don't really like to drink at the studio until I'm recording it. But when I'm in the writing phase, I don't drink. I tend not to smoke or do anything. I don't be popping no Molly and shit. And I fucking hate when people are around when I'm writing, like too much talking and shit like that. That's why shorties and friends and stuff like that. Like I don't invite niggas to my studio sessions. You know what I mean? Unless I know like you can shut up and let me work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's usually like that. Sometimes I do enjoy like a couple ideas being thrown around and shit, but I write all my own shit, obviously. Um, but yeah, it's not one of those things where I like a lot of distractions. I'm a kind of person when I'm working, I don't want anybody fucking bothering me and shit, you know.
That's good. How would you describe the music you create?
Um, Music I create, I like to say it's real badass music. You know what I mean? It's not gangster music. It's for badasses. You know what I mean? Badasses only. Like and people who feel that sentiment know exactly what I mean without the explanation. But I'll still explain. Like it's not about turning up. My music's not about turning up and you know what I mean, doing reckless shit. It's just about getting the job done, getting shit done, and what's going on in your life. Like, what do I like? I talk about things that I like in my songs. You know what I mean? Things that relate to me, that make me happy. You know, just getting through it. And like a lot of time, my music, a lot of people have said like, it makes them want to work out. Like they be hitting the gym hard with my music, and their blood start pumping when they hear my shit. Makes them want to wild out. And that's the type of shit I like to make. Like Busta Rhymes is a big influence of mine. Eminem has always been a big influence too and shit like that. Obviously you can't hear those people in it, but the energy that they bring out and like when you see them perform and shit, it's crazy too. So I try to emulate those vibes. You know what I mean? Not directly, but like the soul of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Since you've been in this game for so long, any advice you would give to any new artists?
Yo, don't give up and shit. And also, don't try to sound like nobody else. Like, try to figure your own shit out. You know, like you might hear a certain artist and be like, "Yo, that shit's hot. I want to make something like that," but don't make it exactly like that. Like, put you on it. You know what I mean? Put whatever you are, put you on that. That's why whenever I make a track, people know it's me. No, they don't have to question. My cadence is different than anybody else. I don't sound like nobody else. I don't write like nobody else. Um, it's just entirely unapologetically me. You know what I mean? I might say some shit that might even offend some people. Like I had some female friends saying, "Yo, your stuff is wild misogynistic." It's not misogynistic, man. Like take your head out of that fucking bubble. Like it's not. I'm just talking about the world through my eyes, how I see it. I can't speak about the woman's view. You know what I mean? I could try. I could definitely probably even try to make a song about it one day, but I can't give you the real 411 on how a woman sees something if I'm not a woman looking through those eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, I definitely see myself doing a lot bigger things in 5 years. Right now, I have a lot of things in the works to even just be coming out, and they're gonna be really good. It's actually gonna lift me up out of the situation like where I'm at right now. I'm also planning on leaving here and going like the States for a little bit, even just back and forth, LA, New York. I have a lot of friends out in New York and LA and shit like that. So I definitely, I'm gonna be doing bigger things. You know what I mean?
Is music a passion or a career for you?
Both. Like I told myself, like I I am really focused on no plan B and shit. Like I'm making money how I'm making money right now, and I'm telling myself like I have to make it. It ain't no motherfucking other choice. You know what I mean? Like I have to make it. I invested too much time. I've done too much already. You know what I mean? Put out too many opinions and shit to hold back and just be a regular nigga now. You know what I mean? I can't do it.
All right. Yeah, so on the regular, what kind of like artists do you listen to?
Oh man, yo, I listen to a plethora of artists, like from new school to old school and shit. Like Prodigy of Mobb Deep, one of my favorite artists. Busta Rhymes, fucking like lots of niggas, man. Like Schoolboy Q, Freddie Gibbs, Young Thug, Damn, I have an extensive list. Max B and shit, Cameron, like Dipset, all of that. More Cameron. Cameron, I feel like I relate to him a lot. Yeah, I'm just a cool kind of me on record and me in person is two different niggas sometimes too, because like it's me, but I'm more hype on the records, and in real life I'm just like a chill, like, you know, I let it get down type shit, like I'm just chilling out, you know what I mean? I'm very laid back, lackadaisic, you know what I mean?
And then the last question I want to ask you, and any new projects that people should look out for, or things that you're doing?
Yeah. So I just dropped a song called Playboy, right? So I don't know if you checked it out yet, but yeah, that one's doing some numbers right now. Everybody fucks with it. Can't wait for places to open up so they start playing that. I got like mad songs on the way. I got about 10 singles that I'm about to slap on you guys. That I was holding back for like the last year until everything was set up nice. You know what I mean? Now I got like the videos in place and the promo in place and all that kind of shit. So yeah, look out for a lot. I got a track called Love Is Hate. It's gonna come out next, and another one called South Central. I might change the name to South Annex because you know that's where we be at. Um, yeah, I got tons of stuff. I'm not dropping an album. I could put those all in an album. I could make one big album out of that. You know what I mean? But I'm just gonna drop them all as singles because the attention span of the average listener and shit, they don't got time to listen to just like a local artist's whole album right through. You know what I mean? Like, of course your fans will, but the mass majority of people, until you're somebody, they don't really give a fuck about an album. They give me that one song. Let me see if you're good. Okay, cool. I like it. Give me another song next week. You know what I mean? And then they can look at your catalog if they want more and shit. You know what I mean? But I dropped the album 2 years ago and shit. It did good. Like everybody says, like it's like a cult classic. It's like a mix between rapping and punk and shit. It's a vibe, you know. But I feel like if I dropped a few more singles off of that album, it probably would have even did a little better.
Fuck that. Fuck this. Fuck that. Fuck this. Fuck that. Fuck this. Chilling in my bed with my wrist slit. Fuck that. Fuck this. Fuck that.